welcome everyone to our webinar today. My name is Ian Cameron, and I will be your host today. We have Eddie Watson, the president of Qples, and Adam Schwartz, the CEO of the coupon website couponsurfer.com with us. And we're going to be talking today about why CPG brands are doubling down on coupons and affiliate marketing. For those of you who don't already know him, he's been on a few webinars. Eddie has over 10 years of coupon industry experience. He began his career in 2010 as a founder of Qples, the first software service platform and provider for printed home coupons originally back then. In 2021, Qples was acquired by Fobi, and Eddie continues to drive forward the Qples by Fobi coupon business, including the upcoming 8112 digital coupon launch that we're all looking forward to. Adam is a co-founder and the CEO of Coupon Surfer, based in Bedford, Massachusetts. Coupon Surfer enables consumers to click or print to redeem personalized coupons and rewards from national retailers and brands. And Coupon Surfer also enables merchants to advertise on some top websites and apps globally at no cost and only pay for in-store sales. So some great ROI there. A big Fobi welcome to both of you.
Hello, hello.
All right. Well, let's jump right in. We have a number of questions that have been submitted through the registration form. For those of you who went through the registration process and who submitted questions, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We've also added in a few questions ourselves just to kind of steer the direction in the right way here and there. However, obviously, you know, I'm going to be asking a few of these questions, but and I'll sort of initially direct the questions to, you know, probably one of you. But if you've got an opinion on the matter, please feel free to jump in and provide any additional comments that you may have. All right, I am going to stop sharing, so we've got a bigger screen for everybody here as they're talking. Great. Well, I think the first question that I think sort of comes to everyone's mind is, you know, as we were putting together this webinar, and Eddie, maybe I'll start with you because you're dealing quite a bit with you know, CPG brands through Qples. What do you feel are the sort of the key pain points for CPG brands right now?
Really, when it comes to the couponing side of how we do these things, it really boils down to the audience. The consumers are fascinated and want to get a hold of coupons, and the brands desperately want to get them. We just want to find an easy way for them to communicate together. And some brands have a great big audience, but a lot of smaller emerging brands don't have an audience yet. And so they're just desperately trying to show what they can do, which is normally some pretty awesome stuff, directly to their consumers. And so when we first started talking about adding affiliates in, it was kind of a no-brainer. We were like, well, they already have the audience. We have the content. Let's get together and see if we can do something that's better for everyone.
Great. Well, speaking of affiliates, Adam, why don't you maybe tell us just a bit more about, you know, Coupon Surfer and your community, and, you know, how many members you have, and what's your business model around that?
So Coupon Surfer has been around, you know, quite a while. We have about 500,000 active users each month. It's diverse in terms of location and demographics of users, mostly across the United States. And we really offer we're really thought of as kind of what I would call an aggregator. So we're going to provide consumers with lots of different coupon offers from retailers, CPG, really a whole bunch of different items. And the consumers can really personalize the site. So if they want to get notified when a new pet food coupon comes out or this brand is available, that's really what they can do. Okay,
very cool. And then just going back to you, Eddie, just in terms of working with, you know, affiliates like Adam and Coupon Surfer, how does the Qples coupon affiliate program work? What are the mechanics of it?
So it's all designed to be as simple as possible, but luckily I've worked with Adam now in and out for so many years, I don't even know. So it worked out really nicely to be able to try and test this out and say, here's kind of what we're thinking. Here's how we have it. Does that work? And then we were able to go back and make changes. But now it's set up. It's really, really simple. An affiliate can sign up. They can do it all on their own, and they immediately get access to a gallery of all of our coupons. And with a little bit of code, they just literally copy and paste it onto their site. They can immediately start displaying our coupons to their consumers. And every time somebody clips or prints a coupon, they get paid on it. And so it's really kind of no risk for them and just gives them additional content that they can give to their consumers.
Okay, very cool. Obviously, that sounds like a great win-win with the affiliates. Adam, any thoughts? I know it's been we've only rolled it out recently. It's only been a little short time to be sort of working together on the affiliate side. But any thoughts on the Qples affiliate program so far?
Yeah, so far, as you mentioned, we just started. It seems to be working very well. We like the fact that the program is kind of very easy to set up, but it also has a lot of functionality built into it. So we can derive a lot of different information, for example, sub IDs, to see which coupons are most popular or what campaigns we're running that's working well. There's API access for some customization. And the other thing we really like, which we haven't seen other folks do, is it's very close to near real time. So we can run a campaign or push something out, and right away we can get some feedback on how is this doing.
Yeah, obviously, attribution is one of those, key things, and the data and the analytics and, in the back end that's going to be very important to you, never mind the additional revenue that's coming through the program as well.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, let's Eddie, let's go back to you. And this is a question that came through from one of the registrants. They wanted to know, how can affiliates and coupons online lead to more in-store purchases?
I mean, it's a really interesting question because it's kind of what they're designed to do. We have affiliates that are online and we have coupons that we're placing online, but the whole point of them is they have to be redeemed in store. And so it's a great way to highlight what you're doing already online and immediately take that consumer and close that loop all the way across the board. Most online promotions don't really let you close the loop all the way around and understand, did they actually go through and complete the purchase, unless you stay online. But with the coupon, you can actually go through and see that. And because we can track everything and see what's going on with it, we can report all that back to their brands and let them know, hey, did the promotion work online? And then did it actually turn into a real redemption in store? And then they can go back and test and do more things. And so because of the process of how simple it is to create them and how wide of an audience they can reach now, they can really hone in on what works best for their brand. Because what we found is no two brands are alike. They tend to all have completely different audiences and processes and everything that work out for them. And so a 50-cent off coupon for this brand may not work for the next brand. It may be better for that one to be a 75-cent off coupon or a completely different process. But it ends up being an easy way that just kind of, I would love to say we designed it to be that clever, but that's the whole point of a coupon, is to take it in store and redeem it. And so it worked out really nicely and just fits exactly what their needs are.
Right. Well, I think, two key points there. One is, the attribution and being able to, feed back to the brands, because, that's the famous marketing adage. I know half of my marketing budget is wasted. I just don't know which half. So, bringing that attribution to, marketing people at the brands, I mean, that's huge. I know in my past lives, I would have loved to, have been able to get access to a lot of that sort of data out there. And then I think the second point that you're making around getting those coupons out to the affiliates as well, and making sure that we're as agile as possible to enable them to to get make sure that they're delivering the right, or able to deliver the right offers, and able to basically update and change campaigns on the fly with that almost real time ability. And Adam, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely something that's really critical. Our users, our members, they're looking forward to this, so they don't really see this as advertising. These are opportunities that come across. But what we can also do is look at what they're interested in. Maybe it's a competing product, maybe it's a new product line extension. So it really allows us a lot of flexibility to reach these users with content they want to receive.
I think that's a big thing to put in there, is if you have all the content in the world, but you don't give it to the right person or give them the right ways to access it, it really is kind of a pointless content. And what we want to do is meet with these affiliates, get to know them, and give them the stuff that they need to be able to enhance their version of their audience, as opposed to just some blanket amount of stuff that just everybody gets and you move on with life.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's kind of partly answered this next question that came through the registration page, but I'll maybe throw it back out because I think there's a different angle on this. And Eddie, maybe I'll start with you. This question is what is the difference between coupon marketing and other marketing methods, and why should coupon marketing be used?
You're right, it was kind of answered, but the number one thing that coupon marketing does is it helps you close that loop all the way around to see the end goal of every part of what you're doing. But marketing tends to have two goals. One is awareness and the other is actual conversions. And couponing kind of helps with both of those. If you're doing a program just for awareness, if you add a coupon onto it, it tends to respond better. And if you want to close the loop and find out what's going and actually see the close, the sale and things that are happening, coupon does that as well, because you actually get that information back and can see, I sent out this many coupons, this many who came through and are redeemed. And it allows you to understand a lot more what's going on in the entire ecosystem versus just a small portion of what's going on with you guys. Or by you guys, I mean the brands.
Right. I mean, obviously, Adam, you've been in the coupon business for a long time as well. What are your thoughts on that? Why do you think coupon marketing is such an important sort of arrow in the quiver for today's marketing person?
It's really a tool. So a lot of times the coupon is what pushes someone over the edge to try a new product, for example. Or if someone, for example, they're ordering takeout pizza once or twice a week. Now prices have gone up, inflation. A coupon may incent them to try a frozen pizza or some other product like that. So it's great. It's great to try new products, to switch products. It's a great incentive to get that consumer to basically complete an action.
Yep. Calling it a tool is a really great piece, because at the beginning we think of it as the coupon is the end all part of what's going on, and sometimes it is, but a lot of times it's the incentive to do something else. And depending on how you set your coupon up can really determine what the goal of that program is. If you're trying to sample, then you want to do free coupons or high value coupons off single products so that you can entice a consumer to try a product they may not have otherwise tested out. And if they're a consumer that's already buying your product, then you want to pantry load them. So you're doing discounts off multiple purchases so that the next time they go to the store, they don't need to buy another product because they've already got it, and they're not looking at another competitor's product because we've already purchased them a product just like that, and there's no need to continue on with that.
Right. So, a great way to influence, shopper behavior, I guess, is a good way to, to talk about it. I think, one of the other key things is that it's instant money off. A lot of other kind of tools that you've got out there, whether it's rebates or, other things, you're forcing consumers and shoppers to jump through a bunch of hoops and fill out paperwork or do something online. And wait for the money, whereas with coupons, they're getting it right now, which I think is also very important, particularly given the current situation. All right, well, I think that's we've talked sort of a bit about the overall sort of couponing and affiliate side of things. We had a number of questions come in, and I think Eddie, in your intro, I talked about sort of the print at home and the shift to 8112. We had a lot of questions come in about 8112. Eddie, maybe we'll start with you and get you to kind of maybe give a bit of an update on 8112 and what we're doing and what you're sort of seeing out there and in the market.
Well, obviously 8112 is it's the giant pink unicorn in the room that everybody wants to hear about. The good news is it's here. It's slowly showing its face to the world, but it is available.
Maybe, sorry, Eddie, not to interrupt you, but maybe just before you get into that, I shouldn't just throw an 8112 there. Maybe just give a brief intro for anybody who's on the webinar who doesn't really know the difference between print at home and 8112 and what the shift is happening in the industry.
Perfect, fair enough. So for those that aren't aware, you have all the coupons in the country right now in North America all use the same style of barcode, and they all have some really great things about them, but it's kind of an older process and it's very manual, and it doesn't really let you get down to the user level, and it doesn't let you secure the coupons down very well. And the biggest part of it is you can't do it on a fully digital process. There's Everything has to have a physical coupon in order to be redeemed at the store. So the industry came together about 5 or 6 years ago and put together a whole bunch of different processes, organizations, meetings after meetings, and processes after processes. And what we came up with as a group is this new 8112 process. And what that means is there's a centralized database managed by a company called the Coupon Bureau. They're a nonprofit. They hold all the standards for the industry in it. And every time we issue a coupon to a consumer, we do serialize that and we register that in the third-party database in the Coupon Bureau. The retailers then, when they scan that coupon, call the same database and verify and check off whether or not that coupon has been redeemed. And what you get out of this whole process, beyond all the really detailed pieces that are important, is we don't have to show the coupon physically and give it to the clerk anymore. You can scan that directly off your phone. So you can have a completely digital experience all the way across the board for a brand, which is huge. And you can do it in a much more secure way of doing things. And so what this means is you don't have to deal with the fraud and the fees that come associated with that. You can do higher value offers, which means you can also do more offers and are not going to cost you on the back end of all the weird fraud things that are going on. And you can actually give a consumer a coupon where they want to be able to receive it, which is on their phone. They don't want to have to go and print the coupon out. That was revolutionary and amazing 20 years ago. And we've moved past desktop publishing, thank goodness. And now we're all doing everything on our phone. On the Qples side, we are set up and ready. We've been live with it for a while now. We follow all the guidelines and integrated every piece that we could with the 8112 stuff. And all we're waiting on now are more retailers to come on board. And it is a waiting game because retailers do move at their own pace, but they also were brought into this process at the very end of it. We didn't start with the retailers because we needed to define what is the product, what does the coupon do, how does the barcode structured, what are the pieces and how it interacts across the board. And then we have to go to the retailers with that fully formed and organized so that they can understand what's happening. And so really we're looking at 2023 is the year when everything starts to go. We saw a shift in the language that is being talked about over the last year and a half. And it went from, oh, that's interesting, to how do I do that, to what is the actual documentation and process for integrating. And now you're seeing we're in the process of integrating, as opposed to let's just schedule a meeting and talk about it. And so we're actually gaining a significant amount of ground. It just doesn't necessarily look like that all the time from the outside because you don't hear another major retailer that's announced and started doing it. Overall, it's incredibly simple for the brands though, and it will change every piece of what we're doing in the industry, not just a couponing side, but it moves the entire structure of deals and things like that to go to a much more streamlined, secure way of doing things. And I think that's kind of enough on my soapbox because I could talk about 8112 for a long time because we've been trying and working on this for a very, very long time.
No, and I think, I think the key point you brought up there is this is really about when, not if. I mean, it's, it's coming. We've just finished, one of the first end-to-end pilots in Colorado with, Legrees and Blue Bunny ice cream, and, everything worked incredibly well. So I think, yeah, from a Qples perspective, yeah, we're very bullish on it. Adam, from a sort of an affiliate marketing perspective, what does 8112, mean for you and sort of that, from that angle?
It's really going to open up a whole new world for us. Our members have been clamoring for digital coupons, but because each store is different and has to kind of have their own solution and it can get complicated, there's been very little of that. And so having a standardization as kind of one piece is fantastic. And then the second thing is just the additional functionality where you can do so many different things. And it really opens up new worlds, both in terms of different types of coupons and different capabilities. So we're really looking forward to our users are always telling us, hey, we want more digital offers. We want more digital offers that we can why can't I just scan the coupon at the supermarket? They've been telling us that for 10 years now. And so being able to offer this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, which is great. And obviously, Eddie, of course, when 8112 does sort of, roll out to more other retailers, obviously all that functionality is going to be available to our, affiliate marketing partners as well.
No, absolutely. So the affiliates probably don't realize it yet because they haven't seen it, but the galleries actually are already functioning correctly with the digital side. So the moment we add a digital coupon into our network, you don't have to do anything on your end. We actually don't even have to do anything on our end because it's already there and it just immediately shows up and you'll see a button that says clip versus print. And one of the things that I hear a lot, and is something I would like to highlight, is what takes so long for the larger retailers versus smaller retailers. And to be honest, it's just the size of the retailer itself. Smaller independent retailers tend to be able to move faster, just like smaller companies can move and adjust faster. And the larger retailers have processes and things in place. And as we've reached the end of this year, for example, most retailers go into code lockdown. They don't do any updates that are live to their POS. They push all of those to the beginning of the next year because they don't want to mess with the holiday seasons. And so while it does take the larger retailers a little bit longer to do things, when they move a lot more impactful across the board. And that's where we really start to see. And the nice thing about 8112 and everything is we don't need every retailer to move immediately to make an impact. We just need a few to go through there. And so that's where we're looking, and we're aiming for Q1, Q2 of 2023 is when we're expecting the first retailers from what we're hearing. Luckily, I don't control, or sadly, I don't control the entire process. So some of it is I'm having to take in what I understand, what I hear, and go back. But it is a process that's well underway and gaining ground, it seems like, almost every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. And and I think interestingly, one of the key pieces that came out of the pilot project that I saw, that I think is going to get the retailers maybe a little bit more excited and actually want to push forward with this, because obviously, there's got to be some motivation. There's got to be a little bit of skin in the game, not just an improved customer experience, or not just a better, way for brands to get their their coupons out there. There's got to be something in it for the retailer. One of the things I saw in the pilot that was really exciting was the not just the the attribution that we were providing on that side of things, but it was the almost instantaneous reconciliation of the coupons, so that basically the retailers were, instead of the normal, printed home coupons now waiting 2 or 3 months to get paid for these, which is, an incredibly long time, they're basically getting their money in almost real time back. And I think that is going to be something, that's those sorts of new pieces of functionality and the digitization of these processes that's going to, make it worthwhile for, for more retailers to, to come on board sooner. So I'm excited with that.
Absolutely, with that. That's a big deal. Is we think about it from a Qples perspective. 8112 is very impactful for us, but we're just a piece of that entire ecosystem. And 8112 does solve and streamline a process across the board that has been very antiquated and outdated at this point in time. And so there's things that go so much easier and so much faster across the board. Like, our goal is always to make it simple for the brands to go in and create their campaigns and launch those and track everything. And then our next focus is the consumer side, which is how can we make that easy for them? But 8112 goes even further and says, okay, how can we make it easier for the retailers to deal with this? You don't have to bundle up and mail these coupons anymore. You can actually just realize all that information is available immediately through your T-logs and things. And then you can also go through and see what in real time is working for you. You couldn't do that in the past. You would only understand, I sent this many coupons out, or this many people printed a coupon. And then when the campaign's over, you can kind of see how your redemptions go. Now you can make adjustments in flight in real time. And so if you see that a product's not moving as fast as you wanted based on the campaign you're running, you can update that coupon and make a difference to it. And because it's not a physical coupon that's out of our control the moment it's printed, it's on their phone, we can make an adjustment to that campaign as it's live and up the value, change the value of it, and send a notification to a consumer saying, your coupon has adjusted and changed. You still have time to redeem it. Lots of things that we can do to encourage the use of that campaign and move things in flight that we can't do in the past.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I think that's probably good for 8112, even though we did, get a lot of questions around it. Maybe for both of you, but we'll start with you, Eddie. Just outside of 8112, moving forward in in the coupon space, what new features do you think, or what new kind of things do you expect or hope to see kind of coming out in the next few years?
Over the next few years, this is where I'm excited as everything evolves. I'm excited to see, where does the next level of consumer interaction come from? We start with the affiliates, but how can we make that easier and even better for them? Can we split the way that we view the coupons up and allow them to track those individually and promote those individually? Can we integrate those out there with other people? Because right now it's primarily inside our network, the affiliate network, and directly to the brand's websites. But as we expand with these new options, there's places like the Blue Bunny pilot that we did that don't start in any of those areas. It actually starts with the QR code directly where the product's being purchased.
Right.
And that was great for us because we were able to see consumers actually did scan it there and redeem it that day, which we've never been able to do before because we weren't able to do those things. And how can we take the entire process of the coupon and make it easier so that the consumers can clip more coupons and redeem more coupons? And so the new bundling stuff that's involved is really, really great. You don't have to scan 16 barcodes and have the digital version of a lady with her coupon Rolodex there. You can actually bundle those all into one barcode, scan as you move on. And not only does that allow you to do more things, but it makes it faster. So you spend less time in the lane, but you get more out of it. That's actually a great thing across the board for everybody.
Absolutely, and that's another benefit for the retailers because it speeds up, the flow of customers through the POS lane. That's great, Eddie. Thanks, Adam. I guess same question to you, but more from an affiliate, marketing perspective. What are the things that you sort of see happening over the next couple of years outside of 8112?
I think less friction, I think, is key. I think it's also going to be with new capabilities of coupons and going digital, that we're going to see coupons for products and services that we haven't seen outside of the traditional CPG. The new capabilities allow coupons to be used maybe online for delivery. It really opens up a whole the world of coupons to both a bigger audience, but a bigger audience of products as well.
That's a great one to add on, because we talked earlier about how do we take the digital side and drive them to brick and mortar, but you can do the flip side. You can't redeem manufacturers' coupons online, but that will be coming very soon. And then you'll be able to take almost a physical coupon, but it starts digital, and redeem it in a digital way that you never could before. And it's just more ways to get more discounts to more people.
Yeah, absolutely. No, Adam, that's a great point. I think it also brings up, kind of related to 8112, but now we've got, the ability to cut down on fraud. We were talking earlier about the Queen Pins movie, 8112 and the new functionality around, the serialization and the one-off side of things that allows a lot higher value coupons and enables those higher value coupons, because now it's, the brands don't have to worry quite so much about, millions of dollars in fraud. So we could actually see coupons expanding out of the traditional sort of grocery space and into, whether it's electronics or, other areas, that haven't really, I think, embraced, the coupon model yet. And so that's where I see some really exciting things, happening over the next couple of years. And I guess maybe that leads naturally into one of sort of our questions. This didn't come through the registration form, is one of ours to you, Adam. Just looking forward, what would you like to see in terms of functionality for the Qples by Fobi affiliate program? Obviously, we've just started, but what are some of the things that you'd like to see?
I know you just started, but definitely more offers would be great. Personalization, whether that being that we can kind of highlight a specific coupon or send a list of specific coupons to users or categories, different things like that. And then just from purely an affiliate perspective, feeds or notifications where we can kind of get notified when changes are happening, so we can automate portions of that. So that just allows us to provide a better experience for our users as well. That's
actually perfect segue too, because if we have affiliates on that are listening to it, please send those ideas to us. I'd love to think that we're so clever that we came up with all of our great ideas on our own, but they actually come from consumers and brands and affiliates and partners that say, we like what this works, but it'd be better if, and then we take that and work those into what we're doing. And
some of that, sorry, Eddie, not to jump in, but sorry, some of that stuff that Adam just mentioned is actually already in the roadmap.
It is. So it's good timing, because we already have those kind of planned out, and they will be rolling out over the next 3 to 6 months. But we've always talked about how can we make it simple today and even easier the next day. We want to do the same thing across the board. We don't want anything to sit static. We want it to be better tomorrow than it was today, and even better the next month after that, so that we look back and go, man, how did we ever do it when it was so much easier now than it was before, back in the day?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got just a couple more questions here. One, this is kind of circling back to, the importance of coupons, but this is kind of timely because it's a question that came through the registration form. And maybe Eddie, I'll start it off with you. How important are coupons right now as a marketing channel, given the significant price increases of goods due to inflation?
It's incredible how impactful they can be for especially for an individual consumer. It's great to be able to do discounts, and it's great to be able to do rebates and other things like that, but they don't give you the instantaneous savings. And so if you have a coupon and you go take that in and you get immediate savings on your purchases at that time, that may make a big difference to you as a person. You may say, hey, this $15, $20 that I saved on all of my stuff now pays for a whole dinner for the next 2 days. It can help you not have to front the money that you're saving up front to save it later. And it allows the brands a very simple way to do a lot of things. If we just do a discount at the store, it's great, but somebody's going to be paying for that. And a lot of times those discounts at the store are fronted by the retailers themselves to be able to drive discounts what's going. But if it's a manufacturer's coupon, the consumer gets the discount. The retailer doesn't actually get hit with that. They make full price on that. You still move the product, so it works good for the entire ecosystem and helps move everything along. And the way COVID and inflation and everything is hit, it's the most effective and simple way to discount any product that you have and still see it actually move through the process and do what you need it to do.
Right. Adam, maybe I'll open up the same question to you.
Sure. I mean, if you look at kind of our coupon usage or coupon interest, and you follow the kind of the graphing with the economy or consumer confidence, we see that the consumer confidence goes down, coupon usage and interest in coupons goes up. So I think it's really important for the consumers to be able to kind of save money, and it also opens up opportunities that, hey, the prices are going up. Maybe I'm going to look at a different product or try a different service. The other thing we're seeing is people may want to say, hey, I want to buy more of this product. If I spend more money, I buy more quantity of this product, can I get a savings? So instead of $1 off one, maybe it's $3 off 5, or in conjunction with another product. So it does, it gives ability for the consumer to save money, but maybe the brand to also push more product as well.
Yeah, no, great point. The flip side of that, though, and maybe Eddie, I'll throw this over to you. What would you say to marketers, who argue that coupon and affiliate marketing only targets discount customers, which may not be, the real target market that they're looking for?
I love this question because you can apply it across the board for any discount that you do anywhere. But in reality, these are things that you can use as a tool to motivate users to test things that they haven't done, or to drive more sales on what you're doing. If you just ran everything and just said, here's our price across the board, there's no excitement and there's no testing of those things. And you would move a lot less product in the world, and you would have consumers not getting attached to the retailers or the brands that they do. And so the coupon can be as simple as go test this product out and do it. But it can also be a customer support tool. If a consumer has a problem with a brand, and every brand has a consumer support team that deals with, the package opened and the chips got ruined, there was some sort of issue with anything. This is a really simplistic way that you can immediately solve the problem for the consumer, show them that you care, and issue them a coupon immediately to go and move on with life. You don't have to physically mail them a product or do anything else and make them wait and have days on end that they are stuck being unsatisfied with your product. An angry consumer will tell 10 other people about it, and a really happy consumer may tell one. And so you need to make sure that you can mitigate those problems as quickly as possible, and the coupons solve that. And that doesn't even match with all the other benefits that you get out of it, which is you can actually move your product, you can enhance what you're doing inside your retailers to show that you're putting effort behind getting your product sold there, and you can actually gain consumer data and then retarget to those consumers when you need to. That first party data is huge, and coupons are one of the most effective ways to help you grow those things.
No, absolutely. And that's a great point. I think obviously with, third party cookies and all of that stuff going away, for brands, getting that direct connection, to their consumers is incredibly important, getting that, information from them. Adam, is that a conversation that you've had with any of the brands that you work with?
Absolutely. I mean, it's always kind of brought up, but in reality, it's just a very small group of what we call hardcore couponers. Most of our members are not that, and the coupon's really great. We talked about earlier being a tool, so maybe I have a product line extension coming out. I can target those users that are already using my product. I want to gain market share against a competitor. Coupons can do that. I want to increase the number of units. I want to cross promote with a different product. So it's really a tool to do a lot of different things. It's not just looked at as, okay, I just want to, cut my margins. It's really a great way to accomplish a lot of different things that you're able to do.
Yep.
Cool. Well, that's great, guys. We've worked our way through pretty much all the questions that have come through. Maybe if I could get both of you just to give just a quick few last words on your thoughts around coupons and affiliate marketing, and how excited are you about working together moving forward? Maybe Eddie, we'll start with you.
Yeah, before we do, we just got one last question that I just wanted to answer because it'll be a very simplistic one. But they asked us, how do we adequately budget for redemptions once we move to 8112? It's going to be very similar process, at least, and some of this is an opinion, so just be aware. But I don't think it'll change significantly from the way that we're doing budgeting right now, because one, I think you will get a higher percentage of redemptions across the board, which means you may want to budget for slightly higher redemptions, but you're going to eliminate that fraud. And so that kind of slows those things down as well. It's going to be kind of a work in progress, and we're going to have to do that as we get more programs and see what those do. But I don't see that wildly changing in the number of redemptions that we have. You're just going to have more real redemptions and less fraud redemptions. And then when it comes to everything else that we've done today, I'm just very thankful for you guys for coming out, and I appreciate you, Adam, for joining with us. The affiliate side of what we do is the newest thing that we're doing, so it's obviously very important, but it's been kind of near and dear to us from the beginning. We've immediately worked with bloggers when we first started doing things. We like talking with influencers and everything else, because you guys are the ones that are on the ground actually talking to the consumers directly. And you all have such unique audiences that we can see all these little niche products and these things happen out there. And it's helping us to get the right brand to the right audience with the right offer. And it's just an addition to everything else that we're doing. Something that we really enjoy. And plus I just like talking to all of our bloggers. They're all so much fun. So
absolutely. Adam, any last thoughts from you?
Yeah, I think, with the new standards and new technology out there, the coupons are going to get more efficient, both in terms from a retailer and brand, in terms of making it easier and making it more secure and just more efficient. And so we see that just, that's going to, from the brand perspective, just going to increase the ROI, right? If we increase efficiency 10 or 20%, that makes coupons a better tool, more valuable tool. And similar on the consumer side, it's going to be more offers out there, offers they can kind of use. They can use their phone or device to then utilize those offers. It's easier for them to use, less friction. They don't need to wait for rebates and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be, I always say the word renaissance, but I think we're going to see a secondary kind of bump in coupon usage over the next couple of years as these tools and standards become popular.
No, absolutely.
I like the word renaissance. I think that's a perfect word for it.
No, that's great. No, and I think it's really interesting because when I as I've mentioned to you both, when I kind of got introduced to the Qples and the coupon side of the business, my image of coupons was a little bit old, but now with everything coming out around 8112 and the stuff that we're doing with affiliate marketing, with you, Adam, and some of our other affiliates, I'm really excited by this space, and Adam, we're really excited to be working with you and providing more value out to to your community and to the brands that we work with. So yeah, I want to thank you both for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today. I want to thank all the attendees for attending today and joining us. This will be available later online for offline viewing. So if you did miss out today, don't worry, you will get to see it. But otherwise, Thank you, everyone. And we will see everyone soon on our next webinar. Again, thanks, Adam. Thanks, Eddie.